Got it.
Hi, loves. Welcome to the AW Confidential podcast. We had a few technical difficulties, but we're laughing about it now. Thanks for joining us on this very special edition of AW Confidential. You guys know that this podcast is created to inspire and inform, but it's also here to entertain. And that's what it's about today. So, with that in mind, I have with me the fabulous hosts from After We Wrap, a podcast hosted by actresses Jaina Lee Ortiz and Gabriella Ortiz. So, ladies, welcome.
Thank you for the
That was
introduction.
beautiful. That was
Oh my
beautiful.
gosh, I didn't even get into your bios because they're way too long to get into.
Oh yeah.
But so I used just a little short story. I interviewed Jaina a while back, and during the entire interview I was calling her what?
Jaina.
Jaina, and she waited until the very end to correct me, which I thought was so
Yes,
gracious because I would
I,
have been off the bat.
I'm not one of those people who like in the moment, no. It's you know what? I just feel
That's me.
weird about
That
correcting
is me.
someone where I'm just like, let me just let it happen and go with the flow.
Oh,
I
like,
love it. I love it. Well, now I have it. And I've seen your podcast. I love it. It's so real. It's so authentic and just so genuine. And you share so much of yourselves. And I truly love that because I think we need to be more authentic and live in our truth. And you guys do that every single episode. So kudos to you. I
Hey,
love it.
and kudos to you too for
yeah.
just running your entire podcast by
By
yourself
yourself.
like that. I mean,
Girl,
we
it's a
now
lot.
having the experience, we now understand what it takes
It's
to
a
produce a
Yeah.
lot.
podcast. And honestly, if it weren't for
Right.
Jane Hartline, her husband,
We wouldn't be
and
doing this
Kyle,
because,
I mean,
yeah.
we would not be standing here.
So
So
kudos to
kudos
you.
to
It's
you.
a lot. Oh,
All on
thank you,
your own.
ladies. So, you guys talk about on your podcast, you have really candid conversations about not only the entertainment industry, but just life, love, you know, everything that happens to us in during our journey. So I thought that it would be fun to have a game of 20 questions because sometimes the interviewing gets a little intense. So
Yeah.
I thought it would be fun to have a game of 20 questions
Let's do
today.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh shit.
Awesome. So I have my wine today because I don't know what. So for full disclosure, I have no ideas what the ladies are going to ask, and they don't know what I will be asking. Although I
Yeah.
have seen some,
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of your episodes, so I have an idea of what kind of things.
Okay.
God.
So I will try to I'll try to be gentle because I love you guys. I think you're awesome. So this one is easy.
Okay.
We're all Latinas. Gabby, you were born in Puerto Rico, but you actually lived a good part of your life in Italy with your mom. Is that right?
Did, yeah. All the way
By the
from
way, I went to Milan and Como in May, and I want to go back and spend like at least a month there and live like
oh yeah.
locals.
You
Oh
need
my
to
god,
like at least 3 months in order to like
really?
fully experience the Italian culture. Like if you go for
Well,
a week or two, it's like not worth it. I mean,
really? Well, I
well,
looked it up, and apparently I could live there for 90 days without getting a visa. So
Oh,
yes,
yes.
so I looked
I
it
want to
up.
go back too. Oh,
Oh my
just for the
god,
food.
the
Just
food, the
I just want
food, the
to here.
wine,
Yeah.
the boys. Just
and the
what?
fashion.
Oh yeah, well that's right, the fashion, of course. So, and Jaina, you are from the Bronx. So
Hey.
you're right, you're my neighbor. You're my neighbor.
Yeah,
Or you
neighbors.
were my neighbor. So I wanted to know what is your favorite childhood memory as a Latina? Like, it could be a dish, it could be a tradition, a holiday. What is your favorite memory?
So instantly, what just came up for me was my grandmother's cooking.
Mm.
And I remember my mom and I used to live in my grandparents' basement. And so I remember going upstairs. My grandmother's kid, she would cook every day. And my mom would be like, come on, you don't want to go to McDonald's? Like, you don't want a Happy Meal? Because she wanted McDonald's. I would be like, no, I want Apum's cooking. I call her Apum, my grandmother. No, I want Apum. I want to eat at home. And so instantly, just the childhood memory of being able to go into my grandmother's kitchen, or even every night for dinner, she would be cooking some crazy, delicious Puerto Rican dish. And
what's your favorite? Like that pops out.
Arroz blanco con habichuelas. I mean, sometimes the red beans, but also sometimes the kidney beans. Rice and beans classic, either pollo guisado or like chicken cutlets. And then, I mean, that's pretty much it because we didn't really have
Pollo guisado. I
vegetables.
still make that to this day.
Yes.
It is my comfort food.
Yes.
I love it. But I like it with moro de guandules. It's
Ooh,
okay.
Yes. And so also, she would make ensalada de bacalao.
You know, I can never. I don't know what it was. My mom used to make that. I was like, yeah, I can't vibe with it. Bacalao. It's just so salty for me.
Oh yeah, I like
It's
salty.
Yeah, you're right.
Salty.
It's very salty. You like
pastel?
pastel?
This too.
Pasteles. Pasteles. The ones that come wrapped in the paper. Oh yes, those are so good. And Gabby?
Yeah. So I grew up in the beach. My uncle had a boat when I was a kid, and that was like the weekend, going on his boat and with the family, and then we would go to little islands like Icacos, Palomino, and that's just the best memory I have. And then my grandfather coming in, similar to your grandmother, bringing la olla de arroz con gandule. You know, he'd be like walking, and I'm like, can I help? He's like, no, echa pa allá, you know, and then he was responsible for the food. But it was arroz con gandule. Pasteles, we only eat it at Christmas. That was only a Christmas thing. And then pastelón, my aunt, she makes.
That's a lot of work.
Just pastelón. That's a lot of work. Yeah. But.
Oh, I love it. Oh my God. You just took me back like so many, I don't know, decades.
Hey, what's yours? Yeah, we have to know.
What's mine? Man, that's hard. It has to be coming home from school and smelling my mom's food.
Oh, yeah.
Then I don't know if you know, Gabby, my mom passed in February, so it's like still things. Yeah. I could smell like the food and the garlic, and it just gave me a sense of comfort.
Yeah,
that's my favorite. That was my favorite. And even until, you know, as I got older, just walking into her house and just smelling the food. She always had something like on the stove.
You know, I think that's one thing that I'm kind of sad that our generation for some reason doesn't keep that, because like I don't tend to cook a lot anymore.
I love cooking,
and because it's so much work, and it like takes away the I guess the fun of, I don't know if it takes away or I just don't want to do the work. But
you don't like to cook.
I do like to cook, but it's just like, if it's just gonna be for myself and my husband, like I'm not gonna make this like you know, like this.
It is, yeah.
And so, but I do miss that sometimes. Like I want to come home and smell, you know, so the smell of the sofrito, you know. I do miss that. So that's one thing I enjoy when I go back to the island. It's just like, oh, well, I can't breathe right now.
It's comforting. Comforting.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. You're next.
Okay. Woo! This is just an introduction. It may be a little deep, but what are your current priorities in this season of your life and why?
Oh, damn, just jump right in. Why don't you? What the heck?
I know.
What are my priorities? Well, my first priority is my soul, is my spirit, is my mental health. I've been through depression. I've had loss, and I've had a lot of loss, especially in the past year. and I feel like it's time to live. Like right after my mom passed, I got a tattoo. I told you, Jaina. And it says, "Don't forget to live." And I
Mm.
want to stay in the present as much as I can and just literally live my dreams, live my my soul, like those things that fill my heart. To me, that is my biggest priority. I mean, my daughter's now turning 21. She's kind of doing her own
I know,
thing.
right? She's yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I know.
Wow.
Looks
Okay.
So no, no, I'm not a young buck,
you,
okay?
but kids.
Gabby's looking at me like, oh my God, was she a baby when she had her
Yeah, you
daughter?
were like 13. It's fine.
I
Just
was not. I am I am almost J Lo's age. I'm just saying. So,
damn, you look good,
so well,
right?
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I know.
Thank
I
you.
know.
I was
It's
like, she's
that
got to be like
it's
28,
it's
29 in
it's
her
the
30s.
wine, girl.
Cheers, mama. Cheers.
Cheers to that
Damn.
youth, that youthful skin and spirit.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
That's it, is the
you.
youth
So
spirit.
that is what I'm trying to preserve. Like I just want to be the best me possible and live for that woman every single day. And it's hard. I know you guys know. It's
Yeah.
hard like to try and manage everything and care for everyone and not forget yourself. And I went through that with, with my divorce. I lost who I was and I got her back and I'm not letting her go again. I can tell you that.
Yep,
Good for
yep,
you.
yep.
So same for you.
You go first.
Wait,
You-
wait. Oh,
Oh yeah.
it is now that it's switched or
It's
you know,
reversed.
like yeah,
Reverse.
reverse, 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 reverse.
I'm complaining. Just
Slide to
answer it.
the, okay, fine, 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 fine. I know it's so much easier to like ask a question than to answer. You know, I would say it's in the same vein because obviously right now, this year, August 2023, I can't believe we're in August.
We'll be talking about Christmas soon.
So
but-
much happening and so much change. And with change comes fear because you don't really, I mean, you never know what's going to happen, but at least there's some kind of stability. And right now, I feel like that's been stripped away from us. So I've been prioritizing like just like you, Yvette, my mental health, my spirit, my soul, taking care of my emotionality, like listening to my body, understanding exactly like what I'm feeling and what I need every single day, which is hard because sometimes you just want to ignore it because you have so many other things to do. But I think now since there's nothing happening, and I mean, work-wise, career-wise, like no one's really working, no one's writing, no one's acting, no one's producing and directing. During this strike, I feel like it really gives me an opportunity to truly prioritize like what I need outside of my career and what I'm doing for myself, what I'm, you know, what trying to like live in purpose and passion outside of the industry, because it just takes it's full encompassing. Like I just sometimes feel like I'm being swallowed by it. And now that there's time, I get to like discover who I am. And then also my friends, like we get to talk about things that are not industry related, you know, like what's going on with you? How are you, you know, and I feel like we get to just connect on a way deeper level right now. So yeah, that's me.
And you, Gabby?
Am I prioritizing? I feel like we always prioritize our health and our soul. Like that's a first and foremost, but it takes years to get there. You know what I mean? Like it takes a lot of mistakes and trial and error to get there. So I feel like where I'm at right now, I think that's a standard in my everyday, prioritizing my mental health and soul. But I think kind of jumping off from the industry, I spend a lot of years doubting my artistry, my gift per se. And so at this age, I'm like, coño, why have I been so shy and why have I not allowed myself artistically to open up fully? So I think that's where I'm at right now, artistically, but also personally, because it's like you gotta be very open and what's the word, authentic to the public, to the audience.
Vulnerable too.
Thank you. That was the word. And so it's letting go of that fear and shyness that people are gonna judge me and make fun of me, because it's like, no, it's in there for a reason. I keep thinking about wanting to be that artist, so I have to do that. So that's what I've been prioritizing my artistry.
So it's funny you mentioned that, because so as I get older, I've learned so much about myself, and I learn things about myself every day. And I've even discovered that I have this gift to write, to connect with people. And I love it. It gives me life. I love it because I feel less alone. I feel like there are other people sharing in my experience, and I'm not the only one. Now, I want to know. So, in this whole journey, I have realized that I have the gift of writing. I can write, and the people that read my stories, I can make them feel something. So, that's been the gift that I've uncovered. And if you would have told me, oh, you're going to be a writer 20 years ago, I would have been like, are you nuts? Like, I write in my diary. That's about it. So, what hidden talents do you ladies have that we don't know about and that you can actually share with us? I'm just saying.
No, of course. I was actually about to ask you, because it sort of, you were coming up with that, like the question was coming up as I was hearing you say this, but my question for you was going to be, if you weren't doing what you're doing right now in your position right now, what would you be doing? And what instantly comes up for me was a personal, like, organizer.
What? Wait, what?
I have this,
out of all the things.
I know, out of all the things, it's so crazy. So I help my friends like purge their closets, and I get this from my mom. She has an ability to organize in a way where I don't know why it brings me so much happiness and joy, but even like packing a suitcase, I'd love to pack it. Like, I'd love to pack my boyfriend's suitcase.
Come and pack my suitcase.
Your suitcase. I love packing and organizing. And it's funny because I was once told that I'm like an organized pack rat.
Oh.
Ooh,
yeah, but I do love, I don't know what it is. I'm talking about,
is it that, like, it gives you that peace, or like,
yes, it's this,
grounds you?
I don't know, but I like order. I like structure and everything in its place.
Girl, do you have OCD?
Labeling.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you're right. Actually, I admit it. There's a little OCD in there. Because
that's okay. I think we all have a little bit of it. It's fine. Like, if you go into my fridge, you'll see, I line up the juices and I make sure the veggies are together. Yeah. I do that. It's okay.
I would have a company. I would have like a private company that just goes to people's houses and.
Wait, Netflix has the Netflix. Yes.
I'll do it.
So that's a good side thing.
It could be
if ever.
I mentioned the show, but yeah. Ooh.
I'm just saying, it's an idea.
Yeah.
I love it.
We won't speak on it anymore, but I'm just saying.
Yes. What about you?
A hidden talent? I don't know.
You got some in there.
I mean, I started, I've always loved fashion. So I've always been drawing since a kid. I stopped doing it. And then.
What? I heard you were a ballerina.
I did ballet because my mom was a ballerina, so of course I had to do it. But I think it's not hidden talents. To me, is the talents that I've been ignoring that I'm like.
Ooh, I love that.
Which is like musical theater, singing, fashion, like designing.
Like Broadway, or
not that like Broadway.
I could actually see you on Broadway, like on a stage. Absolutely.
Especially
see that.
with my mocos. It sounds so good.
You sound kind of sexy. It's okay.
Love that. I love.
Yeah, but it's
Wow.
like real awakening those talents that I've been like pushing away.
Love that. All right. This is your time then. This is your year.
My year.
Never know. Never know. All right. Okay. So who's next? Gabby's next.
She was
about you?
saying she was a writer. She's
Oh, that's
Me?
right.
What?
No, but if you
Another?
were writing, what would you be doing?
I'd love to be a singer.
yeah.
Ooh.
I won a vocal competition at 14.
Are you serious? Can we do-
I wrote my own song at 14 and I entered a competition.
Would you mind
Yeah.
just hitting us with a little note?
Like what?
Like that.
Like a note?
To her.
Give us a little.
I don't know. I didn't rehearse for this, Jaina.
Okay. All right. Fine.
I mean, singing it's a skill. Like to sing, to like understand how your apparatus works and like the
Oh,
yeah,
excuse
it's
me,
like
apparatus.
It's an instrument. Your voice is an instrument.
it is. And like
I love it.
when I'm surrounded by like musicians, I'm just like,
I know.
you have such an incredible gift because music is the hardest. A lot of people don't understand how hard music is because they just hear the song and. But when you actually look at the music sheet and you look at the notes and it's like a mathematic problem, it's just like, what is this?
So it's funny because like I just love music in general, and I can listen to Japanese music. I can listen to it. I love Italian music. I don't know half of what I probably don't know 3/4 of what they're saying. Maybe like one word in each song, but it's just it evokes emotion. It makes you feel things. Like I love this. He's a saxophonist. His name is Chris Bodden. He's absolutely amazing. I've gone to, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 of his shows. And every time he plays that damn instrument, my tears like literally roll down my eyes. I love him. And I love that. Sorry, I actually gave you the wrong information. Kenny G plays the sax. It's Chris Bodie plays the trumpet, I believe. But anyway, it's just like listening to the notes and kind of the highs and the lows. It there's so much emotion in it, even though there's no lyrics. I think music is universal. I love it. I love it for sure. So
if you could sing like any person in the world, who?
if I could what?
I was gonna say if you could sing like any person. For me, that's easy because I'm not the best singer, but if I could sing like someone, it would be Whitney.
Oh,
Damn!
I could have Whitney Houston's voice. Oh my
oh, yeah.
If I could sing
if
like
you could sing like that person,
yeah.
Celine Dion,
Alicia
right?
Keys.
Oh
Alicia Keys.
yeah.
Alicia Keys. One night, my boyfriend and I went karaoke, and I actually sang "Falling" in front, like at a bar, and I killed it. By the way, I'm just saying. But
I love that song. I love that song.
that song is
A little
just
bit of a
like,
rasp too. Oh.
yeah, that song is. Anyway, sorry.
So is it
Got
our
carried
turn?
away. Yes.
Okay.
I
We're
can
gonna
see.
switch it up a
Yo
little
veo
bit.
la malicia. ¿Qué lo que tú? What?
What are the top 3 qualities you crave for in a partner?
I knew you were gonna ask me that for some reason. Oh, damn.
Okay, maybe it could be whatever you're comfortable with. It could be either in a friend or in a romantic
Oh,
partner.
stop it. It's fine. In a partner. Damn, that's a hard question, believe it or not. Top 3. Oh, loyalty is big for me.
Mm.
It's probably top because I'm as loyal as they come. So loyalty. Damn.
Well, like,
Intelligent. I love an intelligent man. You got to turn me on up here before you get to the rest.
like
I'm just saying. Okay, so loyal, intelligent, and I like a little adventure. I like an adventurous guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, those three.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
Damn.
I'm loving it. What about you?
Okay, let's turn the tables now.
What about you, Gabby?
I just got married. So
Yeah, that's right.
The
Congratulations.
top three will be
So
everything.
you everything.
pretty much. Definitely loyalty is it's there. Funny
Yep.
and strong in the sense of like strong in every way. I'm strong emotionally, strong physically. You know, I want you to carry me with one arm, you know, and then I also want you to hold me when I'm breaking down in tears, like that type of thing.
That's a good one.
I
I
find
love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I love that.
I agree with the humor. Like, to have a sense of humor and to be able to make me laugh is at the top for me, because I remember dating someone who was really good looking but had zero personality and didn't like I didn't find myself laughing at anything, like even a chuckle. I'm like, I need a little,
That's
some
true.
lightness, some
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, that's a big deal for me.
That's a good point.
If you can make me laugh, great, amazing.
That would have been the fourth one because I'm
Yeah.
funny enough for both of us.
say
but- What?
respect, obviously, that comes without saying.
Oh,
It's
but
like,
I think doesn't that like loyalty, respect?
Loyalty, yeah, it's
and,
there, it's there.
Yeah.
Obviously, there, you know, there needs
Yeah.
sexual attraction.
Uh-huh.
You know, if
Well,
look,
I I couldn't put that on the top three. I just thought that was kind of obvious. I'm
okay,
saying
well,
Latinas fire. I don't know. That's kind of
that is the one thing. I mean, I hear so many stories like when people go on dates, they're like, he's great, he's this, he's that, but I just
no Kevin.
I can't like force myself to. I wasn't.
Oh, that's
into
the worst.
him.
Having to force yourself.
Wasn't physically attracted to him.
Yeah.
That
Like for me, I think all couples have their ups and downs, and I think that, and it's not the only thing, but that is one of the glues that keeps me connected with my partner. So I need that because in bad times, that kind of it's
connection.
the glue for me. That connection, I don't know. It's got a lot of power.
Yeah. No, yeah. For sure. I mean, you know, I wouldn't say it's like everything, but that's a huge.
No, it's not. But if you let's be real. If you had like this amazing guy, but that connection was not there.
Oh yeah,
Could
forget
you
it. Forget it.
Because there are sexless marriages, which is fine. Different things work for different people. I couldn't do it.
Right.
It's good.
Right.
But
Right.
different things work for
Agreed.
different people. So no, that is important.
So, also awareness too. I think it goes to what you were saying too. Awareness with your emotions and common sense. Just being aware of yourself and others, and having that vulnerability,
Girl.
emotional availability for your partner, for yourself, and
It goes both ways. Like, you know, we're always talking about like you have to love yourself first before loving someone else. It goes that way. You gotta love yourself first.
Yeah.
Because I'm not here to babysit you,
Right.
or tell you how to love me.
So it's just, yeah.
Sorry, it's PTSD.
No, totally agree. Totally agree. No, that's a good point. The thing is that, and I'm not trying to be biased, but I find that for men, and this is I'm not trying to generalize. Like sometimes it takes a long time before they get to that self-awareness. I could be wrong, But
in your experience, you could tell that's valid.
in my experience, that's what I've seen. It's like, all right, come on, dude, catch up.
And I'm so glad that we are at our age and that we're not in our 20s anymore. Just
I could not. I can't.
after it, and I'm like, thank God I'm not, like, I'm past that. And I feel so bad for the
I think that's why I always kind of dated.
Oh, yeah.
Men, you know, that sense of
I've always dated younger. Maybe that's the issue.
yeah.
Damn it. That's what I've been doing wrong.
Clearly not. So you've been doing something right, okay?
So I'm curious. I think it's my turn.
Uh-oh.
Well, you started. So recently I did a solo episode and I wrote an article on gaslighting. And I shared a really personal story on this episode. I was gaslighted and cheated on. I didn't even know I was being gaslighted because during that time, that word didn't exist. So that manipulative psycho, I don't know. I don't even know what to call it, but that that abusive behavior, it hadn't been acknowledged yet. So my question for you is, have either of you have to answer the question or you can pass. Have either of you ever been betrayed in a relationship and how? You can pass.
I don't know.
I don't
know.
Okay. That's good. No,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
No, I shared the story about literally I found a chandelier earring and strands of long hair in my bathtub. And I had like a pixie cut, like Halle Berry during that time. And I only wore studs. I didn't even own chandelier earrings. But I forgave him. He made me feel like I was crazy. He was like, "You're crazy. You're trying to break up with me. You're making shit up." And I was like, I literally thought I was going crazy. And eventually I just forgave him.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. If I find
Puerto Rican is gonna come out right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that I've never had that sort of situation. I've never experienced that, but I remember in my 20s I was dating someone. It wasn't like an official. We were dating. We weren't.
Wait, it was seeing each other.
Yeah, we were seeing each
Yeah,
other.
I remember that.
I remember being like stood up and thinking, what the hell? You're obviously not communicating something. It was, his job was like a mystery. I couldn't quite understand. He wouldn't share what he did for work, and that was always weird.
What did he do?
I don't.
She doesn't know.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So I think it was just there were a bunch of secrets and lies from the very beginning. But I would have to like really think back.
I mean, I've had situations like that where I'm like, where you been? It's like, oh, I met this other girl. It's like, well, okay, bye. But it wasn't like a serious relationship.
I actually
Okay. This guy was staying with me in my apartment, so
yeah. Shit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I do remember this was in college. I started dating this guy, and we weren't an item, like we didn't make it official boyfriend and girlfriend. We were seeing each other, but we were intimate. I considered it a relationship. And I remember meeting him one day for a dance social. And it was this sort of venue where you have to go up the stairs. It's somewhere in New York where you go up the stairs on the second floor. And as I'm about to go upstairs, at the top of the stairs, I see him kissing another girl. And I was like, okay. Thank you. That's all I needed to know.
Yeah.
okay. Well,
And now don't you wish you could have like made a scene of that moment, and then you look back and you're like, you know what? I was the bigger person. But I could have fucked up that motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I don't know if I can curse here, but
I don't care. We're all adults.
like,
I mean,
Well,
yeah.
what would you get out of it, right? Although, man, I have one of those stories. But instead of like even attacking him, I literally just so eventually I finally got the hint. I went through a few episodes of this with the same guy. Eventually, one night he came home. He found his things in a box outside, and I had changed the locks. I call a locksmith at 2 a.m.
Nice.
I was like, you know what? You're out. We're done.
Yeah.
So it's okay. You live and learn.
Yeah. Wow.
Man. Oh, I got stories, girl.
I'm like, damn. For how he's doing, not like he's very sad.
Yes. But we're all older now, mature, and we know better.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, your turn, ladies.
Oh yeah.
Okay. If you had a whole day where you can do anything you want to, what would you do? Just a whole day to do absolutely anything you wanted to.
Anything?
So much you wanted to do.
Could have sex all day, but
If I have money, that can I buy things, or am I broke?
yeah, I mean, yeah, that makes a difference.
Yeah.
What am I working with here?
Okay, if you had like $5,000,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
and you had a full day to just do whatever you wanted to do.
I have to say a day at the spa. I know that sounds cliche, but
Just
an entire day, like get every treatment that I've wanted, no matter like what it costs. Because sometimes I'm like, do I really want to pay $300 for this?
Thank you. Thank you.
So yeah, the spa. I love the spa.
Amazing. Because I remember going to Puerto Rico, and there's this, I think it's at the Four Seasons in Dorado. Is it the Four Seasons? Yeah,
The Ritz.
The Ritz.
The Ritz.
The Ritz.
Oh yeah, you told me about this. Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, I want to see how much a spa costs, or a facial. And it was like $500. And I mean,
she went to the Ritz.
it's the Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah,
right?
my sister got married in Puerto Rico at the Ritz.
In the Dorado Ritz.
Yeah,
it's beautiful, but it's expensive.
No, isn't it? I thought it was Isla Verde, no?
Oh yeah, they bit it closed down.
Oh, it did? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, but there was one there. Yeah, it's right. It's the blue. ¿Cómo se dice techo? The ceiling. When you land, you see it.
Yeah.
It's not ceiling. It's
the thing. The thing.
El techo.
Thank
you.
Okay.
But it closed down. Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. I don't like. I went to, where did we go? We went to Miami, my girlfriend and I wanted to do the spa thing. And it was just like, every treatment was like $200. Okay, well, I'm not doing that. I need to eat.
Yeah. It's a lot.
So yes, the spa. That's what I would do.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I
would do the same and then add a shopping spree. Go shopping.
Ooh, where would you go shopping?
Go shopping first. So then you get your cardio.
Oh, that's a good point.
And then go to the spa, get everything done.
Yeah. Oh.
Or do you buy yourself a new car? Oh, the choices.
No.
Hard one. That's a hard
one. And you can't even buy
a car. With $5,000, what car am I gonna get?
I take it back.
A jalopy, maybe. Rent an Uber. I'm renting Uber for the day.
Oh yeah, just to be driven everywhere.
I know.
I love to be driven. Driving.
I don't know, because I'm struggling between wanting to do everything.
I know.
But also do nothing at all.
Yeah.
Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like I just sometimes I want to do.
Well, because going to the spa is a job. So it's like you have to
like
get yourself out of the house, get in the car, go somewhere, talk to people. It's like versus, oh, I can just stay at home and eat popcorn all day and watch movies or sleep.
Or maybe have them come to the house for
Like an at-home treatment.
That's a good idea. Oh, I like that.
Or just travel. Just get
No,
on a
you just
plane.
honestly, yeah, that actually sounds
That would
amazing. Buy a plane ticket and go somewhere I've never been before.
Yeah.
Jesus, wait, you beat me to the question.
Sorry.
Okay, go ahead. Fine.
So recently you had an episode about travel, which I'm so amusing. But like I said, I visited Milan, Como, Paris in June. What country or place is number one on your bucket list that you have not visited yet? Anywhere in the world. Don't limit yourself.
Japan.
Yes, that's on my list.
Iceland.
I was just Iceland and Thailand.
You have the same list? I'm confused.
I want like New Zealand, but the flight, it's like a whole day.
Is it longer than Australia though?
Oh,
I don't know, but you can't get me to go to Australia with them bugs.
Oh my, I always wanted to go to Australia, and then I've been seeing like reels about all the bugs and all the strange spiders. No thanks. I think I'll pass.
I want to go to Australia, but I can't get away from that.
Yeah.
No, I'll pass.
I think I have spoken to a few Australians that are like, it's not that bad. It's really, but I don't know. I'm just not, and I have like that phobia from.
Oh no! Wait! Don't.
Okay,
I'm going there with you.
Okay. Yes, Iceland. I agree. Iceland, Thailand.
You want to do a girls trip?
We should do a girls trip.
With
$5,000 that is awaiting us somewhere.
Oh my God.
I think you're onto something.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay, I have to ask. So during this same episode, I know I'm cheating. Jaina mentioned that she had a fear of the ocean because of all the animals and the sea creatures. And Gabby, you have a fear of flying. Yeah. So I'm curious, do you guys have any food aversions? I know this is a weird question, but I'm a foodie. So like, okay, for example, I've had frog legs. I love snails. I've had ostrich. I've had beef tongue. What else have I had? I've had a bunch of different things. But do you have that?
You will never get, and no one will ever get me to eat a roach. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
you won't get me.
You mean a roach?
Yeah, like isn't it in drinks?
Wait, are you talking about what are they? Oh my gosh,
grasshopper legs.
Grasshoppers. Yeah.
And, some people like the crunch. I can't get down with.
Oh wait, in New York, do you remember this restaurant called Sushi Samba? Back in the days, it was like really fancy. So they had this dish. They had these Japanese river crabs, and they were miniature crabs, the whole crab, and they were like flash fry them and season them, and then you pop them in your mouth like the whole crab, and it was extremely crunchy. But it was the most delicious thing I've ever had.
That doesn't sound bad. But yeah, I
crickets? Oh, you're talking about crickets.
What about crickets? No,
I've seen people eat crickets. That I can't do that. It's not my thing.
But I actually I don't enjoy uni. It tastes very oaty. Uni is.
I don't think I've had it.
Sea urchin.
Oh, sea urchin. Oh yeah.
Maybe I've had.
Also big fish eggs. I don't like the big fish. Little mini fish eggs, fine. The big fish eggs, no.
Okay, that's not so bad.
I wouldn't do the tongue. The thing that you were saying.
Oh, it's so tasty. Oh. I know it sounds crazy.
And I don't love mussels either. Mussels.
I'm not crazy about mussels. No,
You know, eat it if
no.
it's there, but I'm not gonna order it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ostrich is delicious. It tastes like chicken. I
Oh,
swear, it's so good.
I
It's
can't.
so good.
They
Oh,
are.
stop.
Ah,
Do you eat venison? Do you eat deer meat? Because,
I know. I've had duck
you've
before.
never,
I never
duck
had
is delicious.
in Italy, duck is very, I think in like the southern Italy, I may be wrong, but I think in either southern or northern Italy, it's like a very duck is like a delicacy. I
And
made
rabbit is delicious.
rabbit. It's not duck, rabbit. It's rabbit.
Yeah,
Rabbit is really good,
yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
You see? Okay, so wait, so that means you wouldn't try any of this stuff?
I tried it, but I'm not gonna order it again.
Oh.
at least you tried it. At
Okay,
least
but you tried it. You tried it. Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
gonna.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is. Yes.
I think it sort of ties back into the one day, what would you do? But what would be your ideal? What is your ideal? What does your ideal friend weekend look like?
Oh, nice.
Like a weekend with your friends. What does that look like?
Huh?
Spas,
That's
definitely
soft.
involves some brunch.
Brunch, man. Bottomless mimosas.
A lot of mimosas and Bloody Marys.
No, you have not.
I know.
Aperol. Oh wait, Aperol spritz. That's like my my
Yes.
favorite drink right now. I love those. You know what? To be honest, it doesn't matter like where we go, as long as it's a good group of
Oh,
women that has good energy and that
Yes.
wants to laugh and
Yes.
just like lift each other up. Honestly, that's all I care about. We could go to a hole in the wall and have burgers. As long as like the vibe is positive, I don't care where we go. It doesn't matter.
Agree.
But if I had a choice, we'd all go to Italy for a weekend. I'm on such an Italy kick, man. I could go there over and over.
Yeah, I could totally. You know what? If I had a choice, we'd go to Puerto Rico. We'd hit up the Ritz-Carlton. We'd do that spa. We go hop on a plane to Italy, and then we Aperol spritzes and some pizza and pasta.
Looking at El Duomo, just like listening to good music.
And then and we'll hop on another plane to Iceland
and go to Blue Lagoon.
And then we'll swim in the Blue Lagoon.
Oh my god!
Yeah, we'll do all that.
I got a visual.
We're manifesting.
Yeah, let's manifest.
Oh yes, yes, totally.
That's
Love
I don't know. That's probably UPS. Sorry.
That's okay.
The door.
Okay, Gabby, any questions?
No, we had them all together.
Oh wait, what?
Wait, it's your turn.
It's your turn. Yeah.
Okay. So, if you follow me on Instagram, you know I love sharing life lessons. Like that's my thing. I love sharing life lessons on my reels. So for each of you, what has been, you know how my girl Oprah, she's my imaginary friend. She always talks about how we repeat the same lesson. We repeat the same like situation until we learn the lesson. So what has been the life lesson that has been hardest for you to learn or that has taken you the most time to understand?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Wow.
Okay, can you say that again? My brain
You're like,
the journey.
Okay. So you know how in this journey, like you often find yourself repeating the same mistakes over and over again, and you will continue the pattern until you learn the lesson. So what do you find has been the hardest lesson for you to learn? I know for me, can I answer my own question?
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
So for me, it's been, surrounding myself with people that don't value who I am, that don't they just don't,
Mhm.
they reinforce my lack of self-worth.
Mm.
That has been the hardest thing for me to learn. And I finally understood that I'm worth everything and I deserve everything that I want because I I have a good heart. I'm a good person. Um my time, my energy is worth everything. And it's just like that lesson of self-worth has been the hardest for me to learn. And I know it sounds crazy, but it's taken like a lot of bad relationships, a lot of, just having people that are no good for me to understand that, no, I deserve more and my mistakes don't define me.
Mm.
So,
I love that. I love that so much. I would say
thanks.
that I think the hardest lesson, but the most, what's the word? What's the word? What's the word? The most and like impactful, the one that I've like grown the most from has been to un to understand my not to understand, basically to appreciate the investment of setting boundaries, or the to really embrace creating those boundaries, and to let go of like trying to do things just to please other people.
Yeah.
And instead of, it's not a selfish thing to like put yourself first, and if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. You have to, you know what I mean? So just that
Good one.
that idea of creating boundaries and accepting them, and truly like
Reinforcing too.
the person of your word, like mean what you say and say what you mean, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That has taken a long time for me to sort of
Oh,
just
that's a good one.
wrap my
Were you
head.
a people were you a people pleaser?
I think in my 20s, and then when
Yeah.
I remember telling me like, there is so much power in saying no.
Mhm.
You'll really start to understand what that means in your 30s. And I didn't realize what it meant until like, it's very true. It's very honest. Like if you can't, you can't, and it's okay. You also don't need to apologize after you say no. It doesn't have to be a no,
I
sorry.
used to do that all the time.
I really wish I can, but I've got this, whatever. So I think, for me, creating boundaries and moving past the, obviously not getting too wrapped up in the, oh, but I'm gonna hurt that person's feelings, and it is what it is, and that's kind of the harsh reality, the lesson for
I
me.
love that. That's a good one.
I mean, I was gonna say self-love.
Sorry, I was gonna say, are you gonna cut that space, because there was so much like space. Oh, she's like, I ain't cutting shit. I'm not cutting.
I ain't cutting shit. Exactly.
Okay.
This is real life right now. She read my face.
My nose off.
Yeah.
Long pause.
It's like a long
silence,
pause. If I was on
yeah.
live TV, you'd be
Okay, maybe I'll cut it.
Yeah.
like, get it out, get it out. It got hot.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
I was gonna say self-love, like understanding my self-worth, but I will say I did my work. I really, through the morning I turned 25, no joke. I think I told you, I opened my eyes and I said, I'm gonna die, in the sense of like, my life is gonna end at some point. What am I doing? Because I wasn't doing what I wanted to do. I was in a terrible relationship. Yeah, it was like a wake-up call. I was in a terrible abusive relationship. I wasn't living my dream, so it was a day where I said, I'm gonna focus on myself. So between 25 and all the way to like, really, so a little bit after I met Shane, I was just like in this like self-discovery, and right when I met Shane, I was like, yeah, yeah, this makes sense. You know, like I'm not saying that he's the one that, you know, made me discover myself. No, but I was in such a good space to like start a relationship fresh. You know, I was like, I love myself. I got it. I understand what's going on here. I did the work. Now it's that's not that it doesn't add to where I am in life, because I bring that with me every day, but kind of piggybacking on what you were saying, this girl right here has helped me understand a lot of characteristics that I haven't realized about myself, like being a pushover, not having the courage to say no, that doesn't serve for me anymore. And really she has kind of be like, okay, yeah, this is happening to you, this is what it is. And I'm like,
I didn't see it that way before.
How have I been completely gaslit or blinded by the situation, and I've never realized it. So I'm in that space.
And just to
like,
piggyback off of what you're saying, you were saying like I did the work, and now knowing you, you know, and learning more about you in the last year or so, I feel like that work continues.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I
you're but I don't understand what you mean by like, this is when it started. And I feel like there's that never ending journey of like, oh my gosh, I'm going to constantly grow and evolve and learn about myself and discover like all these things, all these habits. And
then maybe it just takes another strong woman to point them out, saying like, I love that you're being this way, but this is this. And when you see it and you understand the situation, you're like, oh my God, there's so much more that I need to learn. And I thought I was good. No, I'm not.
I love my
Keep
friends
going.
Like, please tell me, like, if you notice or see anything that I really can't see, or if I'm in a situation where like I'm over, you know, I mean, whatever it is, like, I love when I can sort of get someone else's perspective and like, because they have a certain set of eyes that I can't quite see, and I love that.
And then I'm such a
no, you're not. You're not.
Like,
she really isn't.
I'm like,
I don't get that vibe from you. I don't get that
it's
vibe.
because she has such a good heart. So you know what I mean? So you see so much, and I think I'm always like, wait a second. I actually, you know what? I feel like I've been more in tune with like the feeling, that gut feeling that we always get, that sometimes we ignore. I'm like, okay, I gotta listen to that, because that doesn't lie. And if I'm feeling icky, let me at least sort of dig deeper and dissect and investigate what that really is and why, the whys behind it. You know, because I like to ignore, you know, I like to like, okay, maybe it was nothing, but
or you can fix the red flags.
Right. That's your intuition, and that doesn't lie. I ignored it my entire life. And it's like mistake after mistake after mistake. And I keep journals of my life. And I've gone back to certain points of my life. And I'm like, oh my God, I knew it all along. I just, it was like completely ignoring what my inner voice was telling me. Your intuition doesn't lie. So it's funny you mentioned that, because I'm at the point in my life where, especially after my mom passed, where I'm trying to lean more on that intuition and let that guide me. And sometimes I can't even explain what I'm doing, but I know that it's the right thing for me. And I have to trust that, you know, whether it's my mom upstairs or the universe, but whatever that voice is telling me, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So no, your intuition, it does not steer you wrong. It does not. So on that note, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Like, I could talk to you guys all night, but I know you have things to do. But I do want everyone to know about, after we wrap the podcast. So can you share with the listeners what it's about? How do they find it? How do they find you?
After We Wrap is our podcast where we host together, and
So much
we have
fun.
a ton of fun. We talk about everything under the sun. We want it's basically rooted in the idea that after we wrap, after the lights turn off and after the cameras
stop rolling,
thank you, we go home, and then we get to really dig deep into who we really are, and we have a bunch of guests that are in the business and that understand this sort of industry, and we want to know, like, we want to dig deeper and get in there, because that's where I think that's where the true sort of like your essence comes out, because you can watch a TV show or a movie and that character is like, oh my gosh, but who is that person when the camera stops rolling?
Absolutely. So how can everyone find you?
Yes. On social media at After We Wrap Show, and then we have our Patreon. It's called the After Party. It's patreon.com/afterparty, and where you can get after we wrap show. Sorry, there's our producer yelling at me.
Yeah. The Patreon is patreon.com/after we wrap show. Right?
Yeah.
We've only done this like 100 times, so yeah.
I know, I've seen it at least 6-7 times.
You get exclusive clips, behind the scenes type of thing. And in the podcast, you can listen in all the podcast platforms.
Yes. YouTube.
I gotta go blow my nose, apparently.
She's gotta blow her nose. But like YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Yeah. You can watch too.
Yes, I have seen it on YouTube. I think it's more fun to watch because I get to see the interaction.
Yay.
One more question before we go. What is the creature that you're deathly afraid of? Can you tell? Well,
oh, the hippo?
A hippo.
That's what it is? Oh my God.
No, what? Look up hippo.
Okay. Look okay. I'll look it up. I'll look it up. Ladies, I
thank you so much.
I love you guys. You're awesome. Thank you for doing
inspired
this.
us, and
you inspire me.
All the love from the West Coast.
Love you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Yay.
Bye, Mom.